Hey Bible readers, I'm Thomas and today is June 1st. Today we are in 2 Chronicles 1 and we're also going to read through Psalm 72 today. So what a great start to the month to start in 2 Chronicles. We see this transition of power in Israel from David to his son Solomon. Solomon's the new king, and the first thing Solomon does is that he goes and he makes sacrifices to the Lord. I think that's a great start to Solomon's rule in Israel, is that he goes and makes sacrifices to the Lord. It says he makes a lot of sacrifices, 1,000 burnt offerings to the Lord. And I think that's a great start to his rule there. And then it goes on to say that God asks him, what is it that you want, and I'll give it to you. And Solomon could have asked for anything, and we know this about Solomon, that he was the wisest man on earth because God gave him wisdom. And it's because Solomon asked for wisdom. He comes to him and says, I don't know how to lead your people. You have a great number of people. How am I supposed to lead these people without you? I need the wisdom to be able to do this. And God sees his heart. God sees who he really is. And he says, because I see your heart, and because this is the true desire of your heart, I will give you wisdom in order to lead my people. And God says, beyond that, I'm going to give you riches. I'm going to give you all of these things beyond what anybody else has, because you asked for wisdom, because your heart genuinely sought after me and my help. And I need that same thing, and I know that you do as well. And that we need the Lord's help in order to do whatever he's called us to do. Everything in life, we need him, and I know my heart's genuine need of that, and so I need my heart to genuinely ask the Lord for that as well, that I don't lean on my own understanding or my own power, but on his alone. And God gives him much more than that. Now, I don't think this is a prosperity type passage where if we ask God for wisdom, then he will automatically give us great riches. That's not it at all. And that's not what God says here even. But God decides and chooses to do this, to give Solomon these great riches in order to make him great, so he may give the Lord all the honor due, and everyone would see that the Lord is great. In fact, the psalm that's paired up with our reading today, Psalm 72, is Solomon doing that. You see this psalm in Psalm 72, and it says of Solomon, and it goes on. Solomon talks about how God has given him all these riches for other nations to see. It says that other nations fear him. Other nations see how great Israel is, how he delivers people, how he does great things. People would say that he may live long upon the earth because of his greatness. And that sounds great. It almost sounds boastful in some ways, but Solomon doesn't give the glory to himself here. In fact, he closes out this psalm in verse 18 and says, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, who alone does wondrous things. Blessed be his glorious name forever. May the whole earth be filled with his glory. Amen and amen." That's, I think, giving the proper glory and honor to who properly and rightly deserves it, and that is the Lord, because Solomon sees, I have nothing unless the Lord gives it to me. And so all these things that the world sees of me as a leader, as a king, as our nation, as my riches, as my wealth, everything that I have is only because the Lord has given it to me. And that in itself is wisdom. Solomon's wisdom, the type of wisdom that we need. And the fact that we can say, no matter what I have, no matter what need I have, no matter what blessings I have, blessed be the name of the Lord. And I think that is the type of people that we want to be, that give honor and glory to the one whom it is due. And what a great way to start out this month. Pray that you would continue reading faithfully as you continue on in 2 Chronicles, as we continue on in our reading plan for the year.